Up, guys? T-Dub Woods, blazing in sports, guys. You know, making it do what it do, better yet. What it does, guys. All right, guys. So some of you guys already know, but let your boy T-Dub touch on it just a little bit, guys. Keith one-time Thurman vacated the WBC, guys. He still has a WBA super welterweight champion, but he has relinquished, given up, vacated, abandoned, gone the WBC welterweight title, guys. This is the green belt, the one that a lot of people see as the highest belt in any division. It is gone. All right, so guys, as some of you guys know already, if you're new to the channel, do me a favor, guys. Go and hit that subscribe button right now. And while you're here, hit the like button and the notification bell. So when I go live like this, guys, you get that dinner bell and it's letting you know it's time to eat some more of this boxing knowledge. All right, so I printed off an article, guys. I'm at work. This is how I spend my breaks. Keith Thurman explains why he vacated the WBC world title. Unified welterweight champion Keith Thurman has voluntarily relinquished his WBC title while he recovers from the effects of an elbow surgery last year and a hand injury he suffered in training camp last month. Guys, listen, guys, if you're talking about bad luck, wow, you know what, guys, and I'm going to try to remember my thought in my mind and try to come back to that, but man, this is just bad luck. 2 injuries, and you getting the pressure from a lot of people in the boxing community, to tell you to come back and fight or give up the belts. There's pressure, ongoing pressure, ongoing pressure. As I read, after speaking with WBC president, Thurman decided that he would relinquish the title and open the way for former champions Danny Garcia and Sean Porter, the 2 leading contenders for the WBC title, to fight each other for the championship while Thurman made a full recovery from his injuries. All right, guys, so it was already kind of put out there that they was already going to do a mandatory interim title, which a lot of people, you know, some of us not really excited for that. You got to fight for a title that doesn't mean nothing just to fight the man. Well, guys, this right here should add a whole lot more interest for Sean Porter and Danny Garcia to fight each other. I can already say this. Sean Porter has been way more than willing to fight Danny Garcia. And now that the WBC looks like it's going to let them 2 guys actually fight for the title, you're not no interim title. You're the champion. You are the WBC champion if you defeat the other guy that's in your way. So this right here might get Danny Garcia, you know, an angel. Danny, you know how he says it. It might give them guys a little bit more, you know, let's go beat this guy. Let's knock out Sean Porter. So hopefully that fight's getting made. I think it's a really good fight. Different style matchup. I think the style maybe favors Sean Porter. You know, he's more active and he got that aggressive pit bull smuggling, just really make it ugly style. You know, it can be headbutts, it can be elbows coming your way. You don't know. It's just an up close, really swinging on top of you type of fight. And Danny Garcia is more of a 1-2 puncher, 1-2-3 punches. Sometimes he moves in a robotic, you know, and doesn't really let his hands go fluently. But listen, he does have timing, he does have wind, and he counter punches very well. So, guys, all right, let's get back to the article. This is quotations, guys. Quotation typically means it's coming from the horse's mouth without hay in it. That's Keith Thurman. As I read. Due to my rehabilitation from my injuries, I agreed to relinquish my WBC title at this time. I continue to rehab my hand and elbow, and I look forward to getting back in the ring this summer. This is a temporary setback, and I would be the unified champion once again, and I look forward to winning back my WBC title as soon as possible, said Thurman. Guys, so that is the reason why, as Keith Thurman explains, he vacated his WBC title. Now listen, people want to take this different way. You know what, guys? Let me just check real quick. All right, guys, what's up? We got LB Kill. Is it? I'm gonna butcher your name. LB Kill ITZ. Let's see. Good morning. What's up, my dude? I'm not doing the video normally like I typically does because I'm at work, so I can't see the messages. It's clear, guys. But right now I'm touching on Keith Thurman, man. He gave it up. You know, a lot of people celebrating. A lot of people throwing parties. Like Cinco de Mayo was already here. They're glad he gave it up because they was pushing for it. You're not fighting. You're not fighting. Fight someone. Fight someone. Fight Sean Porter. Fight Earl Spence. So they pushed for it. And looks like he talked to WBC and he agreed to give it up. He's not the champion. Now, he's not giving up the WBA, but he's giving up the WBC. And I believe people are going to start to push for him to give up the WBA as well. But I'm not sure if that's going to happen. Looks like he is going to fight this summer. And the guys, the summer is not that far away. We are in spring. May is just in a couple of weeks away, a week away, something like that. So the thing is, guys, how do you take it? Do you believe him? Do you not? Are you understanding why he gave it up? Or are you like, no, he just holding on to the belts and he's scared. He's run time. He's no longer one time. He's run time. He's no longer a unified champion. He's a one belt champion in one division. You know, not one division, but a one sanctioning body champion right now. You know, and to me, being Keith Thurman, even if you want to be selective in your choosing fighters, you know, which a lot of people are, you know, they try to maneuver the best of their career. I don't believe he wanted to give up the belt. Ultimately, I mean, you want to be undisputed. Sometimes these fighters these days try to go around the bush of being undisputed by trying to fight that champion at the very last, milk all the money, all the fighters they want. I believe Keith Thurman wanted to face Danny Garcia out of Sean Porter again because Danny Garcia is looked at by a lot of people as being the weaker of the fighters. Even when Danny Garcia came into the 147-pound division and he won a title right away, people was looking to chump on him. And he even said it, why everybody want to fight me? I just came to the division. Hey, because you got a title, that's why. You know, and people just look at Danny as being somebody he can beat. Now, I would say this, Danny has dug himself out of some graves when I thought that, you know, a lot of people thought he was going to get beat. Matisse, you telling me you favorite Danny Garcia over Matisse? Amir Khan was boxing him up before Danny Garcia timed him perfectly. Now, I will say they call Danny Garcia a cherry picker. Now, he ain't picked cherries all his life, but he damn sure picked one or two here and there. Fighting Brandon Rios, you know, even though I picked Danny Garcia and I wanted to see Brandon do better, you know, that wasn't really a tough fight at all. Well, you know what? I'm going to say this. On paper, it wasn't a tough fight. Brandon made it more competitive. Brandon actually got off some shots on Danny that I wouldn't have thought. I thought Danny would have made that fight a little bit easier. Brandon Rios showed that it wasn't going to quite be so easy. So, but on paper, that was like a cherry pick. Fighting Eric Morales for the second time, you know, I believe that was a fight that, you know, that he could have fought better competition, but that was a money fight. So, guys, but Keith Thurman, here we are. Let's get back to it. This is live, and I am at work. Let me go out and see if I can come back to the messages. All right. Shout out to anybody catch this live. Shout out to LB Killed. All right. Keith Thurman, please hit the like button, guys. Subscribe, share. How do you feel about it? Now, me, this is what I believe. I believe Keith Thurman probably really wanted to come back. I believe he did suffer some type of hand injury because that was the best case scenario for him in my eyes. He can pick any opponent he wants for a comeback fight, right? Then after that, he most likely would have fought Danny Garcia and then probably Sean Porter. before even talking about unifying with Earl Spence or the winner out of Terrence Crawford and Jeff Horn. That was the best case scenario. But worst case scenario, giving up your belt, which what the WBC said, hey man, they're not getting paid off their belt. They're not getting paid, and they want some action. They want some action. And Sean Porter versus Danny Garcia, that's some action. And then when you come back, so basically I'm believing WBC saying, listen, we can't have it go this long. We have to do something. What we can do for you, Keith Thurman, is if you voluntarily relinquish the belt, and we will let Sean Porter and Danny Garcia fight for it if both sides agree on it. Once you come back, you will have first dibs at that champion. You don't have to go to the back of the line. You don't have to start over. You're not going to the bottom of the 10 or going to be ranked 5 and 6 and have all these other mandatories ahead of you. We will make sure that you come back and you will have a shot at one of those guys. You know? So you can look at it that, you know, Keith didn't want to get hurt, but he is injured. And since he is injured, in the sanctioning body WBC wants their belt probably to be defended. They want to make money on their belt. And they said, hey, we can just strip you from it and that'll be it. Or you can relinquish it and we will make you basically, the immediately mandatory to fight. You know, they can't skip over you. That champion has to fight you when you come back. And for Keith Thurman, who's probably looking at an elbow that's probably hasn't healed in the time that he wanted to, looking at a hand for, I don't know what's wrong with his hand, that like, you know, give it time to heal. He's probably sad, but you know what? At least he got time to heal. He still got his belt, and he has a shot at the WBC once he come back. So from that, guys, some of you guys might be like, yay! Some of you guys might be like, that's bullshit. He should still be the champion. It really doesn't matter, guys, because, you know, it is what it is. It happened. So the only thing now is, how do you feel about what happened? I want to see the Danny Garcia versus Sean Porter. Man, I'm saying right now, guys, I haven't dug really deep, but in favor of Sean Porter. Danny Garcia, countering game, timing game, will have to be on point. He will have to be very fluent with his movement. Listen, Keith Thurman, who moved easy on Danny Garcia, who was doing a lot of movement against Sean Porter, had the fight of his life. And now, that same Sean Porter, who was trying to hawk down Keith Thurman and give him that pit bull business, is going to be doing the same against Danny, probably times 2. Which is either going to put Danny in a lot of stressful situations in that fight. You don't believe me? Ask Berto. Or is going to give Danny Garcia a ton of counter-punching opportunity. But once you counter-punch Sean Porter, here's the thing, guys. Once you counter-punch Sean Porter, you can't be set with that. The way he was counter-punching or pot-shotting Brandon Rios with those 1 and 2 shots and moving, Sean Porter's going to react. When Sean Porter get hit in the face, he's going to react with 4 or 5 more punches coming back. So, Danny is going to have to counter with a couple of shots and move his ass off. Counter, move his ass off. And he's probably going to have to do that for 12 rounds. But guys, listen, until that fight is made, that's a breakdown. Right now, see guys, this is not scripted. Not scripted. Guys, listen. This is live, all right? Go on and subscribe, guys, now. Help the channel grow. We're slowly moving up, guys. I remember us going from 86 subscribers to crossing over 100 subscribers. And like, man, yes. And then hitting 200. And then you have some people unsubscribe, you know. Then it reaches and some, then you get new people. So, guys, just subscribe because there's some people that always subscribe and unsubscribe. We just got to get more subscribers than unsubscribers. We crossed 300. We crossed 400. Guys, we are at the tips of getting 430, guys. And beyond. Be that person. Be that guy. Let me know you subscribe on this channel. I don't mind giving you a shout out. And a thank you. So guys, as I am coming there, let me get out my car and I'm gonna walk towards the building, but I'm gonna continue to shoot the video. Make sure I'm not leaving nothing. This, I still think Keith Thurman is a good boxer. All right, I think he's a good boxer. Keith Thurman has shown some things that even before his hand injury, even before that, some of the things he said, a fighter shouldn't say. So many words that he really don't want that, that work. Maybe not, with Errol Spence. There's so many words. He doesn't really want that work with Errol Spence. Yes, he said it might happen in maybe another year or 2 years, whatever. I think for all fighters, any fighter that catch this, any professional fighters, listen. Listen, guys. Any professional fighter catch this. If you get something for it, go ahead. Check the description, hit the PayPal donate link, because I'm about to save you guys a lot of headache and a lot of having the fans come down on you as I make my way back to my building of work. You're the fighter. You always, when you're talking about fighting, make it seem like you want that fight. You're not scared. Yeah, I take it. We just got to work out. Have his people call my people. That's what you do. When you start talking like a promoter, when you start using dollar signs, when you start saying, no, I want to wait and make it bigger, I want it to pay-per-view, when you sound scared, you sound coward, you sound like you don't want it, you sound like you're avoiding it. That's what it sounds like. Well, I don't want to fight him right now. I'll fight him in 3 or 4 fights. I'll fight him. I'm just coming off of this. You don't say that. You let your promotional company or your manager make those excuses. You let your manager and your promotional company get talked about. That's what you do. As a fighter, you have to sound like a dog at all times. And I'm not talking about a cowardly dog with his tail tucked between his legs. I'm not talking about that much you just kicked in the gut. I ain't talking about that guy. I'm talking about that pit bull. That dog that hopped off the porch a long time ago and knew what it was like and knew what it is like in the streets. I'm talking about that dog. And when somebody interview you and they're talking about fighting Errol Spence, oh, Errol can get that. He can get this work. Oh, he can get it. Don't even worry about that. Yeah, he on the radar. You know what I'm saying? Either you got to be that pit bull or you better have a damn good poker face. You people nowadays you boxers just showing your hands. See. Back in the day, when people play poker, you keep your hand covered and you use a poker face. They don't know if you got a good hand. They don't know if you got a full house. They don't know if you just got a high. They don't know if you ain't got shit. They don't know nothing. But nowadays, it's like you guys playing poker and you just lay your hand out. Look, guys, here's my hand. I only got a king high. You got an ace high. I'm not going to play against you. No. Get out of that. Stop it. All right? Even if you don't really want that work, sound like it. Then go tell your promotional company. Hey, I'm just being real, guys. But you tell your promotional company that, nah, I really don't quite, let me get another fight before him. And then let your promotional company go out there and let them say, you know what, right now, that Errol Spence is on our radar, but it got to make sense, and we really want to push this. And now Keith Thurman wants to fight. He wants it, but we are running his career in its politics, guys. You know it. And listen, you hate the promoter. Similar to a lot of people don't like Eddie Hearn, right? Eddie Hearn's supposed to take the heat. Eddie Hearn is not, he's supposed to do that. If his fighter really don't want to fight, if his fighter don't want no smoke, if his fighter smoke Newports with other people around other fighters, he don't want no smoke. Now all of a sudden he's worried about getting cancer. Guys, listen, let me walk in the building. Do me a favor, guys. Subscribe, like, T-Dot. Let me check one thing real quick. All right, we good. I want to check any more messages. We good? How do I go back? All right, guys. Subscribe, like, share. T-Dot was Plays in Sport. We are here live.